Hello everybody and welcome back to Beauties in the Bronze YouTube channel. It's your girl Sabrina here, and in today's video I thought we could go over what's been going on in female rap lately. So this video is going to have about 4 talking points. I thought this would be an interesting video to do because I've been seeing a lot of comments on different social media sites about how the state of female rap is so sad and everybody is fighting and it never used to be like this and what happened to unity. So I thought we should discuss everything and put our thoughts together. So if that sounds interesting to you, get some popcorn and let's get ready to discuss. So as I said before, I've broken down this video into 4 talking points. So let's begin with our first one, which is female rap has always been this way. Now, when I see people saying what's been going on with female rap and oh, they're so mean and all this stuff like that, and it never used to be like this, I literally almost laugh every time because it's like, what female rap are y'all talking about? First of all, the music industry itself has always been like this. Like there's a reason why our favorite music icons from the past are all shady, because that's just how the music business has been. Maybe it's just me who sit down and watch videos of Whitney Houston's shadiest diva moments, Aretha Franklin's, Diana Ross. So I think that when people say this, they're just thinking about whatever narrative is fed to us. But as someone who really loves hip hop, and especially female hip hop, I dive into actual interviews and old stories and music, and there are so many diss tracks and feud. Of course, everybody knows about Kim and Foxy, but people don't know that like Foxy and Queen Latifah also feuded. Like, people don't know. So the point is, the list can go on and on. Literally, there has been rap beefs on not just the female side either. Like, the males have been shady. If anything, it's gotten way softer. I'm going to try to insert some clips of both males and females and how they used to come at each other so openly for everybody to see. And then we'll keep talking about it.
It's full of hating ass niggas. I mean, it's like they got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their shit. Right. And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executive. There's too much of that going on.
Right. Even be competition because I'm a female that's a man. So you can't, like, for real. You know, my niggas have. They have debates about her. They be like, yo, son, on a hard night, son. On a hard night. Who you running up in? Remy Man? Or a transvestite? They be like, yo, son, I gotta go with the transvestite, son. I can't do it. I can't.
Oh, man.
That's just not.
Special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read 1 full page of a Harry Potter book, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man. I got a phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, that he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
So as you guys saw, there has always been this sort of aggressiveness in hip hop, right? That's what hip hop is. Hip hop is a combination of, rap, which is rhythm and poetry, and just this culture, which I personally like to consider hip hop more so of the culture of it, and rap more so an extension of that culture, because like battle rap and stuff, that's like the root of hip hop. So it's being braggadocious, it's being territorial. And let's not also forget that rap was just recently recognized as a genre. Like, we have family members that are older than rap, and its recognition it's gotten in the Grammy Awards. it having any sort of backing with labels. So it's going to be a bit more competitive than other genres who have more established marks in the music world, so they have more saturation. So this point actually brings me to my second talking point, which is female rap is overly policed and there can only be one at the top. Now, I'm not going to get too much into this because I feel like it can be its own video, but let's get a lot of things clear. A lot of things that are overly dramatized, sensationalized, and put on scrutiny for everybody to experience, from Megan to Nicki to a lot of female rappers that may do something a bit distasteful or slightly off-putting. It normally doesn't hold a candle to how crazy things are when rappers get into beefs. After all, a lot of male rappers actually are, or at least a lot of them like to claim to be a part of that type of lifestyle. So I feel like people just accept it as a fact that goes on in the rap community on the male side, or it could also just kind of be contributed to misogyny and things like that, because there are a lot of things that male rappers get away with on a daily basis. Like, I don't even have to bring up the older generation of male rappers because it literally repeats itself. Yet when it comes to female rap, every little thing they do, every little tiny argument they get into is over sensationalized to the point where people think that it's actually more problematic than male rap or any other genre. And while I feel like that, yes, a lot of arguing and cattiness goes on, it's not me kind of like overly defending female rap. I do kind of find it funny, like how often a female rapper could get canceled for just saying something to a female artist that you don't even like, or that you don't even care about, or for doing the slightest thing in an interview, or being friends with someone who's not friends with someone else. It's literally so high school when it comes to female rap. And yes, that's due to a lot of the female rappers, but in my opinion, that's more so to do with the audience, because these girls can't even just be actual people without it being overly scrutinized. But that's just my opinion about that. And when it comes to a female, there can only be one at the top. Again, this goes for all different genres in music, but especially for female rap, because I noticed like in pop, there can be a couple of people at the top, like Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, or something like that. But for the most part, there still is like one at a time or something like that. Whereas in female rap, if this woman is at the top, then she has to be at the top. And we'll take this back to even Nicki Minaj when she first came out. When Nicki Minaj, after she had a few years of a good run, well, she had a lot of hate and scrutiny from the beginning, but as soon as somebody like Young M.A came out, they were like, oh, she's gonna take Nicki's spot. She's gonna be bigger than Nicki. And then like Iggy Azalea come out, oh, she's gonna be bigger than Nicki. Oh, she's gonna take Nicki's spot. And every single girl that came out after her, it's always about that. So then people then complain that Nicki Minaj is being too competitive, or she don't want to see no one else win. Yet a lot of people open up the conversation of praise for this person by trying to put Nicki down. Like, instead of saying like, oh, she's joining Nicki at the top because Nicki's still getting number ones, Nicki's still selling out shows. She just did like all of the music festivals all summer, and all of her shows were packed out. Like, you would think after doing concerts in front of a whole bunch of people back to back to back, some will start to empty out, but no. They still were loud. They still were singing. They still were full. Yet, as soon as another rap girl does good, it's like, oh, here she comes to take Nicki's spot. Oh, Doja's going to replace Cardi. Oh, Megan. You know, it's just like, guys, these women can be winning. And if they're not winning the same, if there is one who's getting more money or who has a bigger crowd, so what? Like, so what? Like, when it comes to male rappers, we do not do this. We may, for sport or for fun, compare lyrically. People may compare J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. That's literally two rappers who are within the same caliber, who has the same niche, who is just like a fun conversation. people know both are great, but people are saying like why they like which one more. Whereas with females, it's like, oh, I think one is great, so the other one must suck. Or this female is selling good now, so she must compare to this female rapper. And they don't rap the same. One has a writer, one doesn't. And it's like that doesn't make sense. Then you might as well compare J. Cole to Lil Pump. I mean, those aren't my words, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it is off-putting when that is done within female rap, but it isn't unexpected because female rap is less saturated. As I said in a video in the past, female rap was so ignored that during that period that everyone remembers of there being no female rappers, there was a rise of video vixens, the original influencers, which I can also do a video on if you guys are interested. So make sure you comment down below. But basically, female rap was so overlooked and not funded and not backed that, yeah, there were female rappers. They just had to be underground or at rap battles because there's no way that they were going to get any type of funding. Then comes Nicki Minaj, who raps like a really great female rapper, but looks like a video vixen, but then has a crazy, quirky personality that fits into pop that really generated and broke the mold for female rap to get paid attention to again. And now that it's becoming saturated again, all these different type of female rappers, they have nothing to do with each other. They don't rap alike. They don't have the same type of audience, but yet they get compared. Which brings me to my next point, which is point 3, and that is female rap is still catching up to the rest of music. Now, I already said some of this in my point number 2, but basically, because of Nicki Minaj helping break the mold on how profitable a label sees a female rapper, and then the saturation of female rap to happen afterwards. As I was saying before, a lot of different female rappers who literally have nothing alike. Like if they were male rappers, you would not compare them. A different type of audience who are seeking different type of things are looking towards, you know, those artists for different reasons. But yet, let's say for instance, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Like, guys, I do not like that comparison at all. And the thing that I hate about that is that when you say that, people see that as shade. It's not shade, it's the truth. There are a different type of demographic of girls that like both music. Yes, some of them intersect because some of their songs kind of have similar audiences. But for the most part, I feel like Cardi B is more so of you hear it in a club or a song that you want to shake your ass to, that you want to get ratchet to, that, you know, is more simple, but it's not, you know, it's whatever. It's like the head bobbing, the beat, the whole music video, the whole production of it. And Nicki Minaj, she do great music videos and things too, but a lot of her fans like her penmanship, her wordplay, her metaphors, her similes, her hyperboles. Like they like to think about like, oh, she just said this. So it attracts two different type of people. So the fact that they are always compared never really made sense to me, because they don't sound alike. They don't always rap about the same things. They don't have the similar cadence. They don't sound anything alike. But it's not even just with them. The same thing when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion and Doja Cat. They're like, oh, Megan Thee Stallion and Doja Cat, who's gonna take Cardi B's place? Who's gonna take whose place? Who does better? They don't sound the same. That's not shade. People who loves Megan music and then turn around and be like, because I like Megan music a lot too, but it's like I'm more identified with the type of stuff Doja Cat puts out. So when that happens and people bring up, oh, well, Megan did this and that, why is this even a conversation? Like, this makes no sense. It's just not saturated enough. I personally think that maybe it just needs to be more rappers come out, and hopefully a continuation of a variety of female rappers coming out. And even though there's a variety of female rappers coming out, I also hope that it's a variety in the music topics, because they may not sound the same. Like Megan don't sound like Lotto, the repetitive nature of the topics as well. So I feel like there needs to be more of a variety in the female rappers who are pushed or that got a commercial backing, because there are female rappers out there that rap about a variety of topics. They just don't get pushed to the mainstream, and mostly because a lot of people don't buy their music, but that's a whole different conversation. And my last talking point for this discussion is point number 4, which is the labels need a return on their investment. Now, I know this whole video, it seems like I've been defending female rap or making excuses for them, and I will always try to give the benefit of the doubt. I do enjoy female rap. I do enjoy the fact that it is prospering or flourishing. But no, on a serious note, I do like that about it. However, let's just call a spade, and let's just say some of the things that I've observed, and that is that these labels need a return on their investment. So part of marketing is getting your name out there in the light in order for people to then search more things about you, such as your music. Now, this is an old strategy, again, not exclusive to rap, where drama and controversy will definitely help get your name out there. As a matter of fact, growing up, everybody knew about Marilyn Monroe, but every time I would bring up Marilyn Monroe movies, because I love classic films, no one would know what I was talking about. People didn't even know what the 7-year itch was, but everybody knows that dress scene. Why? Because of the controversy. As someone who has recently got into media, into doing YouTube, a podcast, I realized there is a consistent pattern in what attracts people to your page and what attracts people to you. And that is when you're talking about controversial topics or topics that people need to discuss or anything to do with controversy. For example, if you go into our podcast page on Spotify, you will find a wide range of topics, which is why I highly encourage you to do so if celebrity topics are not exactly your thing, but you like us or you still want to support. I promise you guys, there's over 1.5 years of content that has nothing to do with celebrities. However, once we switched gears to promoting on YouTube, we saw that our celebrity content was getting more buzz. Celebrity news helps bring them to our page. So I feel like the same kind of strategy goes on with labels, and it's that labels want to see a return on their investment. If your name isn't in the headlines, if you're not trending on Twitter, why should they back you? Why should they put so much money into radio play and streaming, which that does happen, and a video will be coming out on that in the future. But why would they put so much money into doing those things for you if you're not a hot topic? And as much as people say, well, let your music speak for itself, guys, females and males, gather around. Let me tell y'all a secret. There are plenty of people in the music industry that doesn't rap about sex and violence. I know, it's a shocker. It's a shock to me too. The bad thing is they don't get as much backing. Now, on one hand, this can be a handicap to them because it's like, well, I know a lot of people would like my music if you just gave me a backing, but then you have to go off of experience as a label and as a business. No, in our experience, people only really gravitate towards this, and that. Okay, we'll do an experiment. Put the song out there and let's see how many people gravitate towards this song. That's what I kind of believe, in my own opinion. This is not a fact of what kind of happened with Normani and Fair. She knew people will like Fair, and her fans do like Fair. I like Fair. I think it's an amazing song. However, the general public didn't gravitate towards it, which is why I think that we have a lot of the same type of music. I feel like what a lot of people don't understand, and I won't get too much into this, I can make a whole series about female rap at this point, because there are so many topics we can dive into. But the point is that a lot of these female rappers are signed to 360 deals. A lot of them don't have a say-so in what they can rap about, or maybe they feel like they don't because they know it's not going to be promoted if they don't rap about a certain thing, or like I said, in Armani's case, sing about a certain thing. This is also why I feel like controversy happens outside of music, because take again Nicki Minaj for example. A lot of people found it weird, a pattern. A lot of people try to make it seem like, oh, Nicki gets into fights with every single female rapper, she must be the problem. But she really doesn't. She took Dej Loaf on tour. She offered Azalea Banks to go on tour at first. She gave Trina a free feature on her independent album, and she had also did 5-Star Chick with Trina. She shouted out multiple female rappers. She had Foxy Brown on her album, and so much more. She never had a feud with Iggy Azalea. Like, all the things that was perpetuated just is not backed up by facts, no matter what you want to believe. Like, I want to see the receipts.
No way. I want to see the receipts.
But my point of bringing her up is that, yes, she's been in the game for 15 years. A lot of people are going to try to have a problem with you, especially if you're the one at the top for 15 years. I mean, when Jay-Z was at the top, where I don't think this is why Nas beef with him, but he had guys coming at him left and right. And granted, he's still one of the top rappers. He's not active in rap anymore. So it wouldn't make sense for people to attack him. Now is the time to pay homage, which is why I think people pay so much homage to Lil' Kim. It's not for me to say that they don't like her. She is amazingly talented, and she is a legend in the female rap game. But it's easier for them to pay homage to her because even if she's putting out music actively, she's not at the top. It's hard to pay homage to somebody at the top, which is why I feel like when they don't get their feature, all of a sudden they get a beef, because they're gonna try to profit off the controversy either way. Either I'm gonna profit off the controversy of being associated with you, or I'm gonna profit off the controversy being in a fight with you. That's just my opinion and my observation, but you can let me know your own down below. And I'm not saying any one of these ladies are straight up victims or anything like that. They all know what they signed in their contracts, but you also got to remember that a lot of these girls were desperate and their life was looking very differently before they signed these contracts. And so when you sign these contracts, you are committing to having certain things done. And when it's not happening in the time crunch that you have, there are drastic measures taken, having you borderline be like an influencer just to make money, because they gonna get their money some kind of way.
You gonna get my money some kind of way.
I'm telling you. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comment box down below. That is all I have for you guys. Do you guys agree with me, or do you think I'm tripping? Do y'all think female rap has always been like this? Do y'all think female rap has become more problematic? Do you think we just shine a light on female rap because it's females and that's just what we do to female celebrities? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this video in the commentary, make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Holla.